Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. ESPN analyst blasts potential new contract for Cowboys' Dak Prescott. The Dallas Cowboys have yet to extend Dak Prescott, but one ESPN personality doesn't think the quarterback deserves a huge contract extension. Prescott is entering the last year of his current contract, but there has been little to no public progress on a new deal. And ESPN's Stephen A. Smith argued that Prescott doesn't deserve one. During the July 22 airing of First Take, Smith explained his reasoning. "I'm just saying he don't deserve it," Smith said. "We talk about the market, and I get the notion that your value is what the market says it is. He doesn't deserve it because he doesn't show up in the postseason. Dak Prescott has wet the bed on far too many occasions," Smith said, adding that he understands you got to give him his money 'cause of the market. Smith's comments about Prescott's playoff record are valid. The Cowboys have never reached the NFC Championship with Prescott at the helm, and his overall postseason record is 2-5. But Prescott backers will mention that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. It's hard for any NFL team to move on from a QB who has gone 73-41 in the regular season and has made the playoffs in 5 campaigns. The Cowboys' offseason has centered around extensions for 3 key players: Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and LB Micah Parsons. Despite training camp starting, none of those players has been extended. And in the latest update from NFL media insider Jane Slater, it doesn't appear like a deal is coming for Lamb or Prescott anytime soon. Still all quiet as it relates to Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb's contracts per a source informed. #Cowboys, Slater wrote on X on July 24. According to Spotrac, Prescott will count as a $55.1 million cap hit in 2024, and the site estimates his market value at $53.1 million per season. While Prescott is coming off one of his best statistical seasons, paying any player that kind of money is a massive commitment. And when considering that Parsons and Lamb need to be paid, the financial puzzle only gets more complicated for the Cowboys. In contrast to Spotrac's estimation, an anonymous source told Cowboys Country's Mike Fisher that the number could be much higher. In a July 23 article, Fisher's source explained that Prescott could become the highest-paid player ever. On the way to Dak seeking a highest-paid player ever offer, one NFL source tells CowboysCountry.com that with patience, Prescott's value will hit $70 million annually, Fisher wrote. That is an eye-popping number, but it makes sense considering how contracts have inflated with expanding salary caps in the NFL. And considering how critical QB play is in the NFL, teams have to pay a premium to keep a player of Prescott's quality around. Fisher himself wrote that he finds the report dubious and mentioned that Prescott has spoken about taking a team-friendly contract, but the point of the report remains the same: if Prescott holds out and brings on a bidding war for his services, he could very well reach that number. Polarizing ex-Cowboy causing even more distractions on new team. This week has seen the Dallas Cowboys, and a number of other teams, finally report to training camp to begin official preparations for the 2024 season. However, like with CeeDee Lamb and Dallas, there's a ton of focus on key players who aren't with their teams yet. As it turns out, one ex-Cowboys is among those on the no-show list. On Tuesday, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers placed edge Randy Gregory on the reserve/did not report list after failing to arrive at camp with the team's other veterans. According to TampaBay.com, the Bucs do not have an explanation as to why Gregory's been away from the squad since signing as a free agent back in April. This isn't even the first trouble Gregory has gotten himself into with the Buccaneers so far during his short stint. He didn't show for any of the team's voluntary workouts either, nor did he participate in Tampa Bay's mandatory 3-day minicamp in June. The latter will cost him over $100,000 in fines if head coach Todd Bowles doesn't excuse the absence. That's not even to mention the $50,000 fine players are subject to for each missed day of training camp. Gregory's NFL career has been quite the roller coaster, but the veteran pass rusher is undoubtedly talented. He recorded a pair of 6-sack seasons with the Cowboys, which resulted in him landing a 5-year, $70 million deal to sign with the Denver Broncos in 2022. However, Gregory's lack of production caused Denver to cut bait early into just his second year as a Bronco, leading to a trade to the San Francisco 49ers. After recording 2.5 sacks in 5 games and playing a part in the team's Super Bowl run, the Buccaneers decided to take a chance on the former second-rounder, but it's possible Tampa Bay ends this experiment before it causes any more damage. CeeDee Lamb wished his former Dallas Cowboys teammate Michael Gallup well after Gallup announced his retirement from the NFL on July 23. The Las Vegas Raiders have placed Gallup on the reserve/retired list. After 6 seasons with the Cowboys, Gallup inked a 1-year deal worth up to $3 million with the Raiders this offseason. Lamb responded to the news by showing some love to Gallup on social media. It included a post that read, "Beyond Balbrata." Dallas Cowboys, NFL Insider drops massive update on Dak Prescott contract negotiations. The Dallas Cowboys have been making headlines all season, but not necessarily for positive reasons. While they have not had to deal with the legal and social drama that some Kansas City Chiefs players have brought upon themselves, they have had plenty of internal questions that have creeped into the realm of public knowledge. In addition to this conflict, the Cowboys have had some complicated contract negotiations with 3 of their biggest stars. Wide receiver CeeDee Lamb is officially holding out of training camp as he continues his quest for a new deal. Micah Parsons is due for a major extension as well, though he is present at camp. Over the course of the offseason, 2 other NFL quarterbacks inked lucrative contracts that many believe have driven up Prescott's asking price. The Detroit Lions gave Jared Goff $53 million per year over 4 years, and the Jacksonville Jaguars gave Trevor Lawrence $55 million over 5 years. Add in that Packers quarterback Jordan Love is expected to get a contract extension of his own that will be worth more than what Lawrence is making, and Prescott's asking price could go even higher. One NFL insider certainly thinks that it will. According to NFL insider Diana Rossini, Prescott likely will not sign his contract until after Love does in Green Bay, which could take a few weeks. When Prescott does get his deal, it could be to be richest offer in contract history. However, Love might only hold that title for a few weeks. That's because the Dallas Cowboys are working hard to get Dak Prescott's deal done. Prescott could be the first quarterback to break the $60 million per year barrier. If that is the figure that he is centered on, it is no wonder it is taking so long for the 2 sides to come to an agreement. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Dak Prescott? Leave your opinion in the comments.